Hello, it's Mechanicon and welcome back to my channel. This is another Shroud of the Avatar. I just like to point out these stags. I mean, I live near a park, Burley Park, where they've got lots of stags, and you'd never get this close, and they're pretty tame stags compared to these, so they'd be running a mile off. So to make it more realistic, they need to run a lot sooner. Say when you're about this distance away, they'd be off like a rocket. I mean, the biggest stags, if you happened upon them and by chance, would face you down if they're protecting the females. Because people have been gored to death in Scotland when they've come on unsuspecting stags and the stags have attacked and gored them to death. It's quite well, there's often been like one a year. A person has been walking in the fells in Scotland and been gored to death, but you would never get this close. Be nice if it was more realistic. Just saying. Also noticed in this release you can, I don't think you could zoom out this far. I think you can only zoom out a little bit like this. You can zoom right in. There's no first person, I wouldn't want one. But now you can zoom right out. So that's another new thing. I think it is anyway. I don't think you could zoom out this far on the other release. Oh, I like that feature, especially if this fighting's going to get technical. Tactical rather. Technical. Yeah, so that's another good feature of this release. I haven't really found any bad ones really, apart from the frame rate. At the moment, because there's hardly anybody on board on this, in my little instance. Because you're just getting like 64 people in each region, and then it spawns another instance or something. So it's quite clever how it works. So there's only so many. I mean, after Elder Scrolls Online, my God, that was terrible. I mean, the game's good. I like Elder Scrolls Online. Don't get me wrong; they've done a fantastic job. It's just the fact that they've got one server and everybody's on it. Then you'd be running a dungeon and there'd be 50-60 people in there. It's ridiculous. It's like being in a shopping mall. Anyway, zooming in and out with your mouse wheel. That is kind of cool. Blow a kiss, darling. Thank you very much. Yes. And a bell. Oh yes. Thank you. Another new thing is the bag. Your inventory. So they've gone from the old school Ultima type bag to this new bag. Now I must agree with other people. I like the old school Ultima bag. So if they could come up with a version of the old school Ultima bag, or at least a graphic. At least you could have the graphic, and then perhaps the all items, equipment, crafting, housing, containers contained within the bag, so it filtered it out. I prefer, but I still prefer the old version of the bag, because that's really part of Ultima, I think. I don't like this new version. It's not very good. It's not very well designed, and it's pretty crap. So yeah, give us the old bag back. Sorry, Richard Garriott. You know, these things have got to be said. I'll say them. Give us the old bag back. I prefer the old bag with all the items in, even if it gets cluttered up. But if you can come up with a filter system, that would be even better. Thank you. What do we think of the new bag system, Mechanicon? Cry. Do it. I'm gonna cry. No, we don't think that. We don't think that. cry. Yes, that's what we think of the new bag system. Hands up for the old bag back, please. Yay! How angry are we about the new bag? We're angry. Yes, we are. Very angry. Poor old Halmar is stuck in the ground. Oi! What are you doing? Hey! Greetings, stranger. Please take care. Well, until he's come out now. There you go. Catch sight of any undead nearby. Well, there is a graveyard. Oh, I've not seen any undead. Curtsy. Yay! Yes. Halmar's rescue. That's my first quest. I rescued Halmar from the ground monster. I was just watching the a video on the SOTA website of Richard Garriott and Darkstar, where they've been interviewed about various things about the multiplayer and stuff. And Darkstar said about if you log into a single player, then all the chests will be full, because most of the chests I looked in have been totally empty, apart from this bow I picked up at the start. So, but now I've come in the single, so I'm playing. This is actually single player only, because this game has got two different modes. It's got multiplayer and single player only. There's also going to be single player offline when the game's actually released. It's going dark now. So I come to this Braemar area again, and the house is empty. Now there's all these other houses. So these weren't here. These weren't even in the multiplayer instance. So Braemar, the area around Braemar, the woods, was totally empty. So I didn't realise all these wooden fences everywhere. They already had houses on them in the single player instance. So that's just an interesting facet of this game, really. The way it's going to be totally different to other MMOs. I mean, you can play online for a bit, and then when you get fed up with other people, just log back out and go back in and play single player, and it's all one game, I think. So this is the pub, but now I'm in a single player instance. So that's pretty darn amazing. Better it's an attacking motion now. So that's new as well. Never tried doing that before. So I've got to hunt around now, look for some chests so I can get some cool gear for my player. There's a dress as well. I want to get a dress for her. So yeah, so that's a cool feature of this game. I haven't even tried, because obviously we'd all play the release 2 as single player. So the main thing with the release 3 was to play in the multiplayer. So it's an MMO, but it isn't. And also they said about if you're having performance issues, it can be because the first person to go into the instance that you join, their computer dominates the speed of what the instance is running at. So if they've got a shit computer, then the instance you're in is going to perform poorly. So that's not a very good feature, really. But they're looking at that. So oh, that's a funny rock. Or the bug. Oh yeah, Going right into that rock. So yeah, cool features of Shroud of the Avatar. Back the game. Go to the website and back the game. They need the money. There's a flying chicken. A bug. I've already got some cool stuff. So I got some new cool stuff to put on. Got a nice fishing pole, so it's worth coming into the single player bit. An evil looking axe. Wow. That's what you call an axe. Oh god. Smithing hammer of prosperity. I like the fishing rod. Fishing rod of prosperity. And there's an evil looking pole arm as well. That's a good mage's stuff. Want that at the Jaxie. My favourite's the fishing rod. It's also good for breaking crates. Let's see what other stuff I can find. I'm still in the single player instance. Ooh. There's a couple of things I didn't show you in the video. We're in Owl's Head. The first thing I didn't show you is the shop system. So here we are. This is Thomas Strongbeard. This is in the Firelighter's Tavern. This is daylight. It's pretty bright. This is the new shop interface. I touched on it earlier in the video. You can buy stuff, so it's the new interface. It's not like Ultima Online type of interface. So you click on something, just say you want a couple of mutton, and you click OK, and then that's sold to you, and then there's your gold, current gold, exchange total, gold after exchange. So the price for that is 14 gold. And then quite cool, you click on it down here, sign for exchange, and then it says, where it says signature, it signs your name. I really do like that. That's really cool. And then that appears in your inventory. Obviously they've got all filters going on, and again, as with your backpack, so this is my inventory, they've gone for this new look, which is more like most MMOs or RPGs if you like. This more list type system, you know. The one thing about this game that made Ultima to me, or made this Shroud of the Avatar seem more like an Ultima, was the fact that it had the old Ultima 9 bags, and it had all the old bags from, you know, you actually had a bag that was open and you could see inside the bag with all the items. You could move them about. I think they could meet halfway here, although I prefer the old Ultima bag. Obviously this is much easier for people to find their stuff. Perhaps if they can incorporate this and give a graphic of the bag, or some kind of bag graphic around it to make it look more like a you know, Ultima bag, that would be really cool. But that's how the shop works at the moment. Obviously this is pre-alpha release, so everything's it's being worked on, you know. It must be working hard on this, because I'm amazed at the way they're bringing these releases out. Really am. They're only a small team, so you know they must be working long hours. The team has already secured over $3.5 million. That's amazing for a Kickstarter to get that much. I don't think Oculus Rift got that, did they? Well, the other feature is crafting. I mean, I touched on it just very barely. I mean, crafting isn't a thing I like to do in MMOs, I must admit. It doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't grab me doing crafting things. The problem I've got at the moment is I can't craft anything because I haven't got any coal. Right, so the basic, because I was doing, last time I was doing, trying to make swords and stuff, and I didn't do it on video. But what you basically got for doing metalwork here is 2 different crafting stations. You got this one here, I'm standing in front of, which you can see the thing come up. I don't think you see my mouse pointer because I think that's hidden by Bandicam. But smelting table. So that's where you make the raw materials. So you're melting down iron ore, and what you also need for that is coal. And I can't seem to find any coal anywhere. And I'm in single player mode. Then over here, once you've made your ingots, your iron ore ingots, then you can come over to the blacksmith table and fashion your blades and stuff. And that's done like this. Smelting table, I can just show you. So the smelting station, and then you press R on your keyboard. You get your table of contents, and you get a smelting here. So this is probably stuff I made last time. I made iron ingots, so you need iron ore, smelting tongs, chunk of coal, and ingot mould. And to make an iron bar I need iron ore times 4, the smelting tongs, chunk of coal, which I haven't got at all, and bar mould. So that's what you basically need, and all you do on the smelting station, before it was a picture of the smelting station, which is that, and you place things onto that. So at a smelting station I need iron ore, so you click on it and it'll say how many, and so I'd say okay, I want 1. Put it back. I'll just drag it. Okay, 1. So you drag it over. Then you need your smelting tongs. So you drag them over. They're reusable, so they don't destroy. I don't know what happens in the main game. And then I need a chunk of coal, which I haven't got. And once I've got all those things, let's just check the recipe. Smelting. Iron ingot, iron ore, smelting tongs, chunk of coal. Oh, I need the ingot mould. So I drag over, this is the ingot mould, drag over the ingot mould, which is reusable. That's it, and then I just press craft. Once you've done these things, evidently you're going to be able to come over to the table and double click on it, and it will make it instantly, and you won't have to do all this this tedium. And once you've done that, you get your ingot mould, and once you get your ingot mould, then you go over to your blacksmith table, you press your recipe book and you click on blacksmithing, then iron hilt here, iron ingots, so I need 2 of those. It gives you a recipe of what you need. I need a smithing hammer. It doesn't look like I got one of them either. Thought I had one of them. So I seem to be missing some stuff. Smithing hammer. So it's basically, I've got a smithing hammer. Basically what you do, now you've got the same for carpentry stations, so you can make wooden items, bows and stuff like that. I think you're going to be able to make tables and chairs and stuff. Tanning station, so this to do with cloth and leather, so you can make your own leather armour. A tailoring station, so you can make your own clothes. It's very in depth. I mean, it's only just touched on at the moment. It's one of the things I'm really aiming for, is to make it really worthwhile that you do this, because I'm one of those people who is not interested really. But if it means I get a better sword, then I'm going to want to do it, and it's going to be part of the game. You know, I'm going to go out looking for ingredients. Already I don't know where the effing hell the coal is gone. Because there was definitely coal in these three, and I'm in single player mode. That's all the hammers and cubic measures and carpentry measures, hammers and whatever. There's definitely in these two. So I've got iron ore, wood, flax fibre, which is like cottony type stuff, and I've got animal hides. There's nothing else. And that's it. So there's no coal in there. Whether it's just a glitch for this instance I've come into, which it could be. It could be that I'm in a glitched instance where coal doesn't exist. Perhaps the cows ate it. So yeah, that's a couple more new things. That's probably going to conclude my release 3 video, my second one, apart from the emotes. I'll do a couple each release, nail them together. Yeah, it's been fun. I've really enjoyed testing it again for the team. Obviously they're getting paid for it. You know, it's their job, innit? You know, but they've done a really good job with it. So that's Mechanical signing off. Thanks for watching.